Hey, listen, today we're going to discuss something that's slightly complicating, but completely worth knowing about. And that's a seller wanting to buy a house. A seller wanting to buy another property, and you representing them on both, on the sale and on the purchase of another property. Is this doable? Let me explain how it works. You might want to know what this is all about. Stick around. All right, hey, listen, so you got somebody who calls you and says, listen, please come and sell my house. I want to sell my house. Please list my house. Remember that key term, list. Please list my house, sell it, because I want to upgrade. I can't do with this condo anymore. I need to have some more space. I want to buy a 3-bedroom house, and this condo isn't cutting it for me. Ready? This is how it works. Hold on a minute before we go any further. Do me a favor, like this video. Hey, subscribe to the channel. All right, last but not least, hit that bell icon. Hit it? All right, good. Let's move on. So you got somebody who calls you and says, hey, listen, I want to sell my property and I want to buy something else. But the deal is this. Here it goes. The deal is this. Mr. and Mrs. Realtor, the deal is that the proceeds that I'm going to be receiving from the sale of this house, the proceeds that I'm going to be receiving from the sale of this house, I'm going to put to my next purchase, to my upgrade. You got it? I'm currently living in a condo, which is much too small. My wife and I just had a baby. We needed some more space. We want to move on to a bigger property. We want to use the profit of this property to get to the next one. The deal is we don't want anything, any lag time in between, meaning we don't want to be homeless for any portion of time. We want to go from this older condo to our new purchase property like that. Well, it actually is extremely possible. In fact, it can be very, very common, and I want you to know all about it. Now, how does this work? Ready? Here we go. The seller is requesting a concurrent close of his listing property and a concurrent close of his purchasing property. He wants both of these properties to close at the same time. Because if there's any lag time between them, any days in between, the seller, of course, would be left homeless, meaning he won't own a home. And the last thing they want is that. They want to go from house A to house B ASAP. When the seller makes an offer over here, he is letting these people know over here. He's letting the seller of this property, the one he wants to purchase, know. He says, listen, I want to buy your property. I love your property. It's a perfect upgrade for me and my family. It's much larger than what I'm in now. I want to purchase your property. However, hold on, Mr. Seller over there. He is now the buyer. Hold on, Mr. Seller over there. I want to purchase your property on one contingency that's very important to me. And that contingency is so crucial that without it, I can't buy your house. And that contingency is I have to sell this house. The contingency is that the seller here, who is now becoming the buyer for this property, must close his escrow here, use those proceeds to buy this property here. And that's called concurrent close of escrow. Now, what form is used? Well, the seller in this case, who is now the buyer for this property, says, hey, listen, here's the RPA. Here comes my offer. Booyah, he sends the offer over here. Seller now becomes a buyer, right? While this is an escrow, the seller now becomes the buyer. And he says, here is the RPA, the residential purchase agreement required to make an offer. I'm making an offer on your house while mine is an escrow over here. I'm making an offer on your house. And I want you to know that I am attaching form COP, Contingency for Sale of Buyer's Property. Form COP provided to us by CAR, California Association of Realtors, and you're going to attach that to that offer that's going this way. So you're going to send the RPA, which is the offer, residential purchase agreement, and the COP. Booyah, goes over here. So now when the seller receives it over here, he looks at it and he says, well, let's see. We have an offer from this gentleman over here, from this family over here. They want to purchase our property over here. However, they have to sell theirs first in order to buy ours over here. Should we accept that offer? It's a good offer. However, there's a lot that can happen over here. You need to make sure that this one here is solid when it's an escrow. You need to make sure that this one here is going to close escrow. You need to make sure that this listed property has a great buyer and it's solid as a rock. Otherwise, this seller is in jeopardy because if that property here that's for sale falls apart, this what falls apart. Now, this is very common. However, what's going to happen is this, typically, that this seller that this seller is going to want to see all the information on this property, meaning who's buying this property, are they capable of buying this property, are they a strong buyer for this property, because it's almost like dominoes. If this one falls, so does this one. Hope this helps you out. That's called a concurrent close of escrow, which means now, the minute this one closes, we open escrow, and the minute it closes, we send the funds over to escrow. Escrow says, fantastic, give us a day or two to close this deal. Boom, done. Beautiful. The seller over here, which is now the buyer for over here, can move in as soon as possible. This is a great way for you, of course, to make 2 commissions. You'll make a commission as a listing agent here and a commission as a buyer's agent on this one. You got it? What a great way for you to double your income. What a great way for you to provide great real estate service to your seller and to your buyer when he's buying this house. What a beautiful world real estate is. You're needed as a buyer's agent. You're needed as a seller's agent. The money is out there to be made, and you have the greatest opportunity to think creatively and put it all together. Make yourself a nice income, make yourself a nice real estate career. Everybody's happy. Let's review one more time. Listing agent wants to purchase property over here, upgrade, wants to use his funds from here to go to house B. You find a nice solid buyer for this one. Seller makes an offer as a buyer over here and says, please take my offer, accept my offer. Here is the RPA plus the COP. You have 2 escrows going at the same time. You line them up beautifully with the great escrow company. You close this deal, send the funds over to this escrow company to close this deal. We call that concurrent close of escrow. The seller, who is now the buyer for this property, closes the deal. Everybody's happy. You make 2 commissions. What else do you want, man? What else do you want? I know what you want. You want more business. And if you do good, solid, ethical, beautiful, trustworthy, efficient work, I guarantee it, those leads, those referrals will be coming in like crazy. And that's the name of the game. Referrals, referrals, referrals. You do great work, trust me, word gets out. Word gets out to other people's sphere of influence. They say, you gotta hire this person, man. They did great for me. They put me in a position to where I was not homeless at all. I went from house A to house B like that with no issues. And it's your job to facilitate all of that. And I know damn well you can do it, all right? Hope this helps you out. Listen, have a great day. If you have any questions regarding this concurrent close or contingency sale of buyer's property, leave the comment below. And one last thing. Don't forget to like this video. Hey, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And come on, hit that bell icon. You know you want to do it. See you next week. Hey, thanks for watching this last video. Hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. Hey, do us a favor. If you think a family member or a friend would also enjoy it, why don't you share it with them? I guarantee it, they're going to get something out of it. In addition, if you have any comments, questions, or a topic you want us to discuss, hey, leave it down in the comment section. And one last thing. If you haven't subscribed yet, what the hell are you waiting for? Do it right now. Hope to see you next week.